It's obvious that you listen to this show to hear about and support other people's dreams. But what about yours? What is your dream project? I'm here to help you break through whatever is in the way of your dreams and get you to the finish line. Go to dreamingbigcoaching.com today and take the first step. Literally, it's a button you can click to sign up for a free consultation with me. Let's find out if I can help you reach your goal. Click on Take the First Step. It's that simple to start the rest of your life. Get coached by Rob Southgate at dreamingbigcoaching.com. Welcome back once again to Go Fund This, the podcast where you find out about the coolest crowdfunding campaigns out there that you want to know about. I'm your host, Rob Southgate, and today I am joined by Christian Matteo and James Lyons, co-founders of Fugitive Poems Comics. They have a Kickstarter for the awesome comics anthology Containment Breach, Volume 3 of Clouds and Ether. These guys were a lot of fun to talk to, and this anthology is one you don't want to miss. So let's get to the interview. Christian, James, welcome to Go Fund This. I say this on every show. I'm so excited. I'm an excitable guy. I love creative projects. You know, I love comic books. I love music. I love games. This is a comic, and this one is awesome. I'm still scrolling through the artwork and looking at all the cool stuff. This is really cool. Up front, I'm going to tell the audience what it is. This is Containment Breach, Volume 3 of Clouds and Ether. It's on Kickstarter, and it's got a goal of $3,500. Spoiler, they're already at $4,442 at the time of this recording. So you've hit your goal, but that doesn't mean anything. We're going for stretch goals. We're building a company here. We're going for Volume 4. This is going to help seed that. So before we get into all of that, and the links to all this will be in the show notes. Anyone that listens to the show knows that's like half of what they hear. It'll be in the show notes. So before we ramble on about that, let's introduce you guys. Christian, why don't you tell people about yourself, who you are, what you do?
Can we get you to do the voiceover for our video? That the way you said of Clouds and Ether was much better than my Yonkers accent.
I would love it. Of course, I'll do it in a Yonkers accent.
Oh, okay. My name is Christian Matteo. I'm originally from Yonkers, New York, since we're mentioning that. I am a writer. I am a college professor, and I am co-founder, the incredibly lucky co-founder of Fugitive Poems Comics. And I'm saying that because there would be no Fugitive Poems Comics without my amazing partner, James Lyons. He's the artist, I'm the writer, and we've been making comics, and we've been helping make other people make their comics, and it's beyond a passion. So I'm really excited to be here with you today, Rob. Thank you.
No, I'm so excited to talk to you. I love writers and I love artists. And I'm looking at your books behind you, and I'm just like, yeah, I either read them or I want to read them now. So excellent. James, tell people about yourself.
So good evening, everybody, or good morning, I guess, whenever you're watching this. I'm James Lyons, the other founder of Fugitive Poems. Christian and I have been best friends for a long time, and we kind of almost got together with Fugitive Poems. Like, we kind of knew each other. We've been work partners at our job, and kind of friendly. But since then we have embarked on one of the best relationships of my lifetime, the best professional relationship. The creativity that we've put together, the sparks that fly when we do things together creatively is one of the best professional experiences of my life. I'm also a music lover, as you can see by my background here.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
You said you were an excitable man. The first thing that came to my mind was Excitable Boy with Warren Zevon. So
of course.
One of the best albums ever. He's up there somewhere. I
have Headless Thompson Gunner. Sorry.
Yes. I have a great passion for putting together comics. I really feel, despite my age, that I have found something new and glorious in comic book making. Christian's been a lifelong consumer of comics. He kind of got me into them, but I really feel that this is the medium that I've always been looking for. I always do have this kind of far out, trippy sort of style, and people would love my paintings or my illustrations, and they say, "Oh, that's awesome," but I can't hang it in my living room, so I'm not going to buy it from you. So, but to put all that stuff in comics, people love it because you can stick it on your shelf, right?
I'm going to say, what's wrong with them? I'm looking at your art. I'd totally hang this up. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's depending on how you look at it, and who your audience is. I've been having a blast with Christian and having a blast with all our creatives that we've been working on with these Containment Breach books, these anthologies, getting all that work out there. In some cases, we work with people who are very prolific and really good at the business and getting their stuff out there. In other cases, we're working with introverts who have all their stuff in the closet, and they're just as good artists as the extroverts, but they need that extra push and
need a little help. Yeah.
We love to be there to sort of get extricate people out of their closets and get them out into the world and making cool crap.
So I'm looking at the Kickstarter, and right away I see the description of Containment Breach, Volume 3 of Clouds and Ether. There you go. And I love this description. 140 pages of electricity, vibrant, wild, original comics exploring the outer limits of space, time, and all that's in between. I like every word that just said. This is my kind of comic. This is super cool. So this is an anthology. Let's talk about that a little bit. It says here it's 140 pages. How many stories do you get in there?
There are at least, and the book is completed. By the way, we complete them before we do the Kickstarter. When we say we're going to do it, it's going to happen. So there's 15 stories. I said at least because there's a couple of one-page stories in there as well. But there are 15 4 to 12-page stories in the book, and from indie creators literally around the globe. We've been really lucky to consistently have an international cast of creators. So 15 really awesome, wild, weird, and beautiful stories.
Yeah, when you look at the Kickstarter and you look through the artwork, it's got, mentions who's doing what here. I love the artwork. There's so much wild stuff going on here, so colorful and such different takes. Like right now I'm looking at Camilla Sims. Yep. Right above that, I was looking at Hugh Fang, and then of course, I was looking at James here, and I'm like, they're all so wildly different, and every one of them I want to just dive into and really explore. So it's very cool, man. It's very cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. So this is the third in the anthology series. I know that you said there's a fourth planned. So this is the kind of thing you get in on this. You're going to want to jump in and probably pick up 1 and 2. Are those parts of any of the tiers?
Yes, there is a legacy tier, and actually, Rob, it is the last time that anyone will be able to get volume 1 on the legacy tier. On our next book, on our next anthology, volume 4, which is going to be launching in July, volume 1 will not be available, and we're almost done with the first printing. This is the second printing of volume 1. We're almost done with the first printing of volume 2. So if you want a first printing of volume 2, this is probably the last chance to get that as well. There's a legacy tier digital, and there's also the physical where you can get the actual books.
Yeah, the physical one are signed, which is something that some people really love when they're doing the tiers. It's that personal thing. So I love it. So let's talk about tiers here. What are a couple of tiers that you think, other than legacy tier? I think legacy tier is awesome. I think that's, like, to me, a layup. That's the first one I'd go to. But what are a couple other tiers that you think people would get excited about?
So we've changed things up this time from the last time. We have a tier that involves these sort of faux movie posters. We had some of the creators. This was Christian's idea, and some of our great creators last minute. It doesn't look like last minute work, but they were able to stick together these sort of like a poster layout for their books. And we're offering those on a tier. You can get one of them with the tier and the physical copy and the coloring book, Christian.
Yeah.
As well. We also are putting out a first Containment Breach coloring book. We're actually going to put some actual line art from the all three stories up. Well, all three books, Containment Breach, Volume 1, 2, and 3. We're going to have a collection of line art, so you can, if you're a wannabe or a comic book colorist in the making, you can try your hand at that, or even just for fun. We're going to be putting out these comic books as a tier. That's part of that tier with the movie posters I was talking about as well.
Correct. So cool.
And then one of the coolest things we have is the cameo, where we will feature you notably in a panel. You won't have to say, "Is that me?" in the background. Your face will be you'll be a notable extra in the background of a panel of a future Fugitive Poems comic, or we have the comic starring you. And that's our highest tier. It's $1,000, but we will make a Fugitive Poems short story comic starring your name, your likeness. And if you know anything about our often head and body part exploding work, we will probably do something terrible to you or have you do something excitingly terrible. It's a tier that I'm really hoping somebody jumps on, because boy, would I love to write somebody in a wild way.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a taker on that yet. We'll let you choose if you're going to be the hero or the villain. Or
that's right.
As somebody who is apparently your target audience, as I look through this, I'm telling you, the idea of getting myself like blown up, destroyed, or that I get to be the one doing it in the comic, I would actually say dealer's choice. You guys do whatever you want, but make sure it's over the top. As an actor, because I'm a professional actor, I always say, like, everyone wants to be in an Oscar winner. I'm always like, I want to be in Dr. Death, where they decapitate me. That sounds like the greatest time ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did a horror movie. My daughter and I were in one. I still haven't seen it. It was an anthology thing, but little kids had to eat me like as zombies, and They had a rubber hand and they pulled it off, and I was just like, this is what all my training was for. I love this. That's why we're here.
I would say the majority of Christian stories involve some sort of decapitation. So you're
no wonder Christian and I get along so well.
Plumbing the absolute depths of the ways to take apart a human head. And no matter what I come up with, James draws it perfectly. I could come up with the most ridiculous thing. I'm like, imagine a plus sign laser going through someone and making it into quadrants. And James is like, I don't know. And then comes back with it like I could never have imagined.
Right, right.
So now I'm like, all right, I got to come up with it. What about a cheese grater?
Okay, so which one of you is the sicker mind? I'm not sure.
There's nothing I can throw at James that he can't make delightfully worse.
Oh, that's awesome. So what about stretch goals? What have you got? Because we've already hit our goal. We're already there. What have you got on stretch goals?
So this book, you're going to have it. We already made it. So it's a fast turnaround. Our last Kickstarter, people got it in a month and a half to 2 months, I believe. After they funded it, you get this quick. And now if we hit 5,500 and we're almost at 4,500, everyone's going to get a sticker. People have been asking about this since Volume 2. James put together a Containment Breach logo of these psychopathic monkeys running down the hallway.
Oh my God. I saw that you had the picture on there.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
They are the Containment Breach.
I got an exclusive for you. Here's my, these are the original those are the pencils for the design.
It's fantastic, James.
Isn't that awesome? So everyone will get that sticker, which is going to be beautiful. If we hit 6,500, and I'm praying we do, for totally selfish reasons, because I want this, we will send everyone a challenge coin that is, if you know anything about us, also a bottle opener, because of course it is. That's a keychain. You'll be able to put it on your keys, and you'll always have this, and the design on it. It's the Fugitive Poems logo. It says We Are Fugitive Poems, and we make comics around it. It's gorgeous. So if we hit 6,500, every physical backer will get that. And boy, do I hope it happens, because I want one.
Yeah, you want one. Yeah, that is awesome. That is really awesome.
If you don't know what a challenge coin is, this is a similar one here. So the ones that we're making are of course just in proof, because we got to get these are not cheap things to have done, but
yeah,
that's
right.
That's what a challenge coin looks like. So picture this with a hole in it for opening bottles as well. So that's what a challenge coin is, if no one knows what that is.
You guys have well thought out rewards here. These are awesome. And since you guys are publishing it no matter what, there are no risks. I mean, we're past that point, so we don't have to worry about risks. And you've done this before. Obviously, people know there's no risk. So I love it. I think this is fantastic. Once again, go to Kickstarter. You can type in Fugitive Poems. It comes up. You can type in the name of the book, Containment Breach, Volume 3, and it will come up. Or, even easier, look in the show notes. We've got a link directly to this in the show notes. And that is probably the easiest way to do it. Okay, Christian, James, where can people find you?
I'm on Twitter at CDMETC. That's terrible. It's my initials, etc. I didn't know I'd be promoting myself when I created it. So better yet, at Fugitive Poems. And you'll see me retweet myself there. So at Fugitive Poems on Twitter. And you can go to fugitivepoems.com, hit contact us, and that goes directly to us as well.
Great. And James?
I also have a Twitter address, jamlines2112. Well, I'm actually a lot more active on Instagram because of the visual format.
Sure.
You can find me at jamlines, JAM as in Mary, lines, all one word. Or, of course, we have Fugitive Poems on pretty much at least the old person social medias. We're not on TikTok and all that newfangled stuff yet, but you can find us.
We are on Mastodon and Hive, though I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So anything that I do that's Fugitive Poems related, I post as Fugitive Poems. But I do use my Jamlines account too for other sort of art projects and so forth that you can see.
Fantastic. And once again, I will put it in the show notes so people can reach out to you and follow you. And I'm sure you'll post when you're going to be at cons or artist alleys at different things, and people can follow you and get things signed and meet you in person and hopefully give you $1,000 and get decapitated in one of your books. James, Christian, it was great meeting you guys. Thank you so much for being on. I cannot wait to see what happens next with this. I want to shoot for the all these stretch goals, all of them. I'd love to see that happen. So make sure you jump in on this. Make sure you share it with friends. You don't know who out there is going to love this project. Share it on your social media. It helps Christian and James. It helps other people find this kind of thing that might be really excited by it. Like I said, I'm looking through it and I'm going like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I love everything I'm seeing. I bet you have friends in your friends list that would feel the same way. So share it with them. There we go. Thank you guys so much for being on, and good luck with this. I totally dig this project. The Kickstarter for Containment Breach Volume 3 ends on March 31st at 6:22 p.m. Central Time. Don't wait to the last minute to support this project, though. I know I've missed my chance to support other projects by waiting too long. Don't be like me. Thanks again to Christian and James for coming on the show and sharing this awesome Kickstarter with us. If you or anyone you know has a crowdfunding effort about to launch or currently going, send them our way. We love to share cool projects and to help people reach their goals. You can connect with me through the Go Fund This Podcast Facebook page or via email directly to rob@smgpods.com. You can find links to this Kickstarter and any links we discussed in the show notes. Go Fund This is a production of Southgate Media Group, hosted, edited, and produced by me, Rob Southgate. Thanks again for listening to Go Fund This.